Многополярность – это не выбор, а объективная реальность.
Multipolarity is not a choice, but an objective reality. It replaces the outdated neoliberal model built on neocolonial practices. The first signs of this model's failure were the economic crises of the last decades. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed the numerous shortcomings of the global trade and financial system, accelerated its fragmentation. The erosion of globalization has worsened as a result of illegal one-sided sanctions and the use of the dollar as a weapon of punishment. Trust in the U.S. currency as a reliable means of payment has been undermined. Another negative factor is the rapid increase in debt. Today, developing countries spend more on debt service than they invest in their own development. The situation is out of control even in developed countries. The world's majority is interested in creating mechanisms of development independent of the West. BRICS is the locomotive of this transformation, which aims to form a more stable global economic architecture on the principles of universality, transparency and non-discrimination, equal access to available opportunities and tools. The key importance, as has already been noted, is the reform of the British institutes, which must reflect the real balance of power in the global economy. It is unacceptable to continue using the IMF and the World Bank to preserve neo-colonial practices. A similar situation arises in the World Trade Organization, where work on resolving disputes has been blocked for many years. Last year, an informal BRICS consultation mechanism was launched on the issues of the WTO. We are hoping for the rapid coordination of joint positions and the start of their practical implementation. The problem of financing development is becoming increasingly acute. According to the UN estimates, its deficit is $4.2 trillion a year. Without sufficient funds and opportunities to receive loans under acceptable conditions, the countries of the Global South are forced to rely on official development assistance. Due to the well-known double standards of the West, it is increasingly conditioned by political considerations. For example, in 2023, the IMF approved an unprecedented loan to Ukraine of $15.5 billion, which is 577% of the country's Ukrainian quota. This is more than a third of the annual volume of all IMF programs. According to the World Bank, since early 2022, almost $54 billion has been allocated to Ukraine. In total, these amounts allocated to Ukraine are twice the annual volume of loans on the line of the BRICS to all African countries. To mobilize resources for development, Russia has launched an initiative to form a new investment platform within the BRICS with the participation of the new development bank. Its implementation is intended to contribute to our joint efforts to turn the BRICS into an innovative development institute that focuses on the needs of its shareholders and is not subject to external influence. We highly appreciate the efforts of the president of the BRICS, Dilma Rousseff, in this direction. Artificial intelligence becomes a critically important technology. The response to attempts to impose non-consensus approaches in this area through various closed formats has become a BRICS statement on global governance in the field of artificial intelligence with the central role of the UN. Challenges related to the development of digital technologies are transboundary and require collective responses. A good example is the UN Convention on the Fight Against Cybercrime, which will be signed in October this year in Hanoi. I am convinced that the BRICS state, together with its allies, will continue to lead in promoting the principles of a just multilateral order.